Let's begin. Kaijuu-kun by Ruan. This is award-winning, and I'm not gonna read the synopsis here, but yeah, this is by Ruan, which is one of my favorite artists now. Mangaka. Read the past couple of things they've done. Um, so let's see what they got in store for us now, and then we'll kind of go through it. Like one, two, three, four, five, and oh, I don't think five is. We won't. We'll have to guess what the ending is then. Let's begin, everybody. Kaijuu-kun. Two monsters who are unable to live dexterously become friends in the true sense of the word. In this bittersweet coming of age, boy meets girl. Rue 1 meter. Millimeter. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. Bullying a kid. Talking bad. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Well, yes. I mean, yes. But no. At the same time, you stand up to bullies. But coming with a chair, oh man, that's a thing. Then, and then swings. Okay, and he could have killed a kid with that. Okay. The teacher there's like, what just happened? Table of contents. I heard that guy's scary when he gets mad. They say he beat up a classmate when he was in middle school. Really? Why? No idea. But you know how they call him? Kaijuu. That's what they say. Whoa! I don't want to approach him. I know I deserve all this bad mouthing. Ever since then, every day, I'm filled with regret. We're going to introduce a new student today. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, chatter, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Is it a boy or is it a girl? Now, she is half kaiju and half human. She was simply born a little different. So do your best to welcome her as one of your own. Half kaiju? Is she huge? Can she get through the door? All right, come in. Here I am. Here I am. Oh, she's got to be a little squeaky, I guess, because they're like twitching. I'm sorry, Sensei. The chuck broke. Don't worry, it's fine. Introduce yourself. I am Hidaki Konami. My dad is a kaiju, and my mom is a human. My favorite food is karaage. Please be my friend. I came to the school because I wanted to become friends with everyone here. Whoa, hey. What do you mean by half kaiju? Aren't you a human? I can transform. What grade school did you go to? I didn't go to grade school. Are you a carnivore? I can eat vegetables too. Can you breathe fire or anything? I can try. Hidaki-san, you said your father's a kaiju. Could it be that kaiju? The one that appeared in Japan 60 years ago and caused an incident. What? That one? Wasn't that just an urban legend? You're kidding. I thought he was dead. But we're talking kaiju. Say, why did you choose our school? Well, because on the school homepage it said, we're all friends. Oh? Oh, come on. You're just so pure, kaiju and all. So cute. Can I call you Kono-chan? Kono-chan, you should be careful on that guy. Why? He's a kaiju too. Ready? What? Why is she sprinting on the 1,000-meter dash? Kaiju are seriously strong. We're doing one more lap. Don't give up, track and field club. Shut up. Kaiju are amazing. What kind of monster is she? You clocked a clean 4 minutes. It's fine. I'll just write it down myself. Next group, line up in the blocks. Ready? Start. Compared to Kono-chan, they all look so slow now. Kana, do your best. Dump. Do your best, Kaiju-kun. Oh, wait. Do your best, Kaiju-kun. Do your best. Wait, what? Kono-chan? You can't shout that. Huh? Why? What do you mean? Ah, there you are, Kaiju-kun. I was looking for you. What? What for? Say, why do they call you Kaiju-kun? I asked everyone, but I couldn't figure it out. I wanted to hear it straight from you. It doesn't mean you're a kaiju like me, right? Didn't anyone in class try to stop you? Oh, they totally did. You wanna ask Kaijuu-kun? Don't do it, Kono-chan. The reason why they call me Kaijuu is because I did something bad. Back in my 6th year of grade school, there were bullies in my class. They were picking my childhood friends. He was timid and he loved bugs. He was weak and slow on his feet. He could never get a tan, only sunburns. They'd always badmouth him over all these petty, stupid things, even though he was a cheerful guy who laughed a lot. With time, he got more and more depressed. The bullying just kept on escalating. And one time, when I saw them punching him right in front of me, before I could stop myself, that was the most wounded expression I'd ever seen him make. I made a mistake. No matter the reason, I should have never turned to violence. That's why. Even if they call me Kaijuu, and my classmates avoid me. It was all my fault anyway. I had no idea at all. You just transferred here. Of course you wouldn't. Don't worry about it. She's crying? I'll give you my garage. You don't have it, too. It's your favorite food right here. Okay. You know, my dad was the same. Everybody hated him. Dad wanted to become friends with humans, so he came to where they lived, in the cities. But that just terrified them in the end. He was enormous. He was super strong. He looked the way he did, but he was actually a really kind man, and yet, in the end, my mom was the only one who understood him. That's why Dad told me this. It doesn't matter if it's only one. If there is someone in the world who understands you, treasure them. But it's too sad if it's just one person. I want to make lots of friends. Dad just didn't have any self-respect. I don't want to give up. If I could show them kaiju aren't scary, I'm sure we can all get along. That's why I came to the school, to become friends with everyone. I want to prove that I'm right. That's why Kaijuu-kun. No. Tobimoto-kun, I want to be your friend too. If that's how it is, then all the more reason for you to stop. If you hang out with me, they'll definitely call us both kaiju and make fun of you. I'll be cheering you on. Thank you for the courage. Kono-chan, let's walk the way back together. Ding dong. Today was crazy, wasn't it? How you shouted Kaijuu-kun like that. Everyone's blood ran cold. Kono-chan, where do you live exactly? On a mountain. A mountain? What do you mean? You come down from the mountain every day to go to school? It must be tough. Our bags are super heavy. We're not allowed to leave textbooks at school, so they get really heavy. Really? No problem at all for me. Kaijuu, you're amazing. I could carry you along with the bags too, Mina-chan. Seriously? See you. So like, didn't any of that bother you? Huh? I mean, they made you carry their bags. Well, it didn't bother me. If you say that, they'll just take advantage of you. Actually, to me, it looked like they were bullying you. But bullying? Plus, Manako's a nasty one. She just keeps making fun of everyone, you know? If you don't want to do something, you need to say it. Okay. Ayu, too. She always like that, but she always lets Manako drag her along. It's so stupid. Kana-chan, aren't you friends with them? Huh? It's not like we're not friends, but in first year I was Ayu's best friend, and then... Huh? It's none of your business, Kono-chan. You should learn more about yourself. Oh, okay. Hideki-san, I was wondering if you'd let me interview for the newspaper club. Newspaper club? Yes, we want to write a story about kaiju. See, every month we display the school newspapers in the corridors and... Keep it down, otaku! Huh? Let's see. Nobody reads the newspaper anyway. You too, Kono-chan? You should just ignore him. I'm okay with it, though. Oh, well, aren't you a kind one? Wait, no, that's her saying it. Kono-chan. Why do you always make fun of me? Huh? All I said was the truth? But I'm okay with it. I don't think you should keep coming here. She's not listening. You can't manage getting along with the others? Yeah, that's how it feels. What should I do to become friends with everyone? This just makes me sad. Sorry. So, she was serious when she said that? Why did you choose our school? Because on the school homepage it says we're all friends. All friends? That's just a fantasy. The truth is, don't fight, don't cause problems. That's what they mean when they say be friends. Most people figure that out once they're in grade school. Oh, did I skip a page? Come to think of it, sports day's coming up soon. Sports day? Yeah. Practice session's going for a while, and apparently it's easy to form teams. Maybe you can make friends with the others then. You can really do that? Awesome! Thank you, Tomimoto-kun. You really are amazing. But I'm gonna do my best. I guess it's hard to just tell her to give up. What should I do with my best, though? I don't know. Maybe practice as hard as you can. I see! And there's a fish tank. What's going on here? Why are they just showing me a random fish tank? Did that mean something in the beginning of the chapter? Okay. Before I just want to see if there's a mystery to this fish tank. Or is this foreshadowing? Is it like her kaiju parents coming back or something? I don't know. Let me see. No, I don't think there's any fish tank here. That's kind of a random thing to end the chapter on, but I'm sure it'll come up later, right? Or maybe the author just really likes fish. Okay. Yeah. Part of the description earlier said coming of age story, right? And I think this is going to be a very interesting coming of age story. And Ruwan, very talented writer. And I could see why this is a complex situation, but also they're bullying the kid, and you can oftentimes tell the teacher, tell the parents, or no, I guess the parents, right? Tell other people to make them stop, and will they stop? Maybe. Will they not stop? Also a possibility, especially in today's digital age where it's even easier to harass somebody as time goes on, right? And you can make the harassment last forever, right? And especially, I'm terrified to think about this, or it's terrifying that with deep fakes and AIs, the bullying can only get so much worse as time goes on. Especially for little kids. And with the way social media could be sometimes, people can be a little bit what's the word? Maybe excessively cruel, right? Is the right to do this here. And then the kid getting a chair and smacking him makes sense. I think I'd have less of a problem with this if it was him punching him or kicking him or whacking him with something a little different. But despite what professional wrestling might show you, with the folding chairs hurting people, a chair like that, hopefully it's plastic. I hope it's plastic, because if that's wood and steel, yeah, they could have killed the kid. This kid, he got hurt, but he also could have gotten brain damage, right? And the terrifying expression, right? Gosh, Relash, man, those. Oh, there's a fish tank. I don't know what that means on the back of the classroom. Yeah, and so with this one here, I mean the Kaijuu con, I understand that doing that, but I'm surprised and I find this interesting that they're not painting this as an act of, wow, you stood up to those bullies here. Good on you. You defended him there. That's amazing, right? I was half expecting Kaiju Con to be Like, hey, you gotta, like, you did good there, by doing that. Like, they didn't quite say that, like, you were justified to an extent there, but she's just kind of related to her situation of, like, Godzilla doing whatever, and, yeah, who knows, the Godzilla and the person, how that works. Being able to try short is kind of cool. Superhuman attributes, and we're not going to think about how that happened, with the kaiju and her being existing and giving birth and all that. But yeah, I find it bad. Like this guilt here, boom, this like sad face here. And of course she's sad, but it's again, it's still not saying like, hey, yeah, you should hit the kids with chairs. Oh gosh, please don't hit kids with chairs. Let me not even make any jokes about hitting kids with chairs. Even if they, let's stop right there. Um, and it's fascinating. I think it's middle school is probably a really rough time. Like I had a very rough time in middle school. My sixth grade was particularly difficult and troubling, and maybe to an extent seventh as well. And then you were always with those weird hormones and stuff, and it's all kind of crazy and a little bit scary. Um, yeah, that's all. That's a lot to deal with, and so this coming age like, hey, this little one's getting exposed to the world and realize that maybe you can't be friends with everyone. And should you want to be friends with everyone? I don't know, right? Probably not, but also maybe depending on your philosophy towards life, right? Where it's like, are there some things that are unforgivable, or are there some things that are not unforgivable? Right? Or is it that like no matter how horrid the crime, how horrid the action, you still find it in them to like forgive them, right? And that's just like the basis of some, like religions. Like that's very hard to do. But it's also like, well, even within these things, you have a form of like karma. Like, no, if you're bad, then this happens to you, right? Or this is why you need to obey, or else this will happen to you. It's really interesting, right? Um, some people just don't mesh with or don't vibe with. And maybe I'm just too naive too, right? Um, I didn't realize that they were bullying her too. Is that? Yeah, I didn't realize that either. It's like, oh no, or taking advantage. And part of this is the people pleasing aspect. We want to go and keep going. What should I do to become friends with everybody? But all friends, that's just a fantasy. That's what they mean by be friends. And I kind of like, don't fight, don't cause problems. That's something that I feel like I've internalized to an extent. Although I do find I do cause problems at times when it's needed, right? And that's a very case by case basis. But being a very orderly society, um, and I read this, and I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently, like Germans snitch on each other when they don't obey the law, or if they're not doing something right, they go and tell the police, and something like that happens. And I wonder about that in an orderly society. Because in America, that doesn't quite happen. The snitches get stitches, the expression over here. Don't fight, don't cause problems. That's what they mean by be friends. Be civil, be ordinate with each other. And that's, is that the way for society to go? Maybe. Be civil, be ordinate. Or it's like, do you want to go beyond that? I don't know. I don't know, right? Because part of this is violence was used against a weaker person, but since it was, I wouldn't call it acceptable violence, but a lower level of violence, people were like, oh, we're just gonna kind of look the other way. But then when the other person came, like, with heavier violence, and it's like, whoa, you know. I like this here, and I like the fact he's a little shocked by it. I kind of hope it's because she's unusually strong. And yeah, this will be interesting. This is not the direction I thought it would go, but it is fascinating, right? Because like this is the storytelling device, like a fish out of water with the storytelling device. You put it in there and see what happens. And so we're gonna experience like what it's like to go through middle school through the eyes of a kaiju or half kaiju. I guess that's everything, everybody. But yeah, I appreciate this, and we'll see how the coming of age story goes. So like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for being born, y'all. Peace out.